Hello and welcome back to the cronecast of the Rising Moon. My name is Elaine, and on this channel I do active magic, candle magic readings. I do the Spirit Guide monthly live every last Friday of the month. I hope you're able to join me. I also do pick a card readings, which is what I have for you today. How can I improve my manifestations? How can I manifest what I want? This is a reading that will help you to resolve any blockages, to help you identify what you might be doing right or might be doing wrong. It will help you to improve your ability to bring into being what it is that you are hoping to. We have so much control over our reality. Like energy attracts like energy. This is not a law of attraction video. In fact, most witches will tell you that the law of attraction is a little bit flawed. You are allowed to have negative thoughts. What the whole you have to have a positive attitude, complete belief, and intent is about is when you are fully healed, you are able to manifest much more easily, because damage is a form of injury. Trauma is a form of injury. All it is really telling you is that you're on the injured reserve list. When you have anything that is still traumatic, anything that is emotionally damaging that still needs to be resolved, it can in fact stand in the way of your manifestations. So this particular reading is going to help you identify what it is that you might need to heal, what it is you might need to do differently, and what is the best practice for you to manifest that which you desire. This is not going to be a love relationship reading, by the way. It might come out in the cards, but it is more likely to be about jobs, circumstances, and overall life happiness. There are 4 piles in this pick a card. Take a moment. There's going to be about an 11-second pause where you can concentrate, see which one of the piles calls out to you. That is the message you are most meant to receive. I'll see you at the time of your reading, and thank you for joining me. Hello and welcome back. If you chose pile number 1, then this is your reading. How can I improve my manifestations? How can I manifest what I want? We're going to have the Muse Tarot bringing you a form of predictive spread. It's really energy reading. It's going to have 8 cards, 8 being the number of speed and progress, the building energy, the loop that returns to you over and over, which you put out comes back to you. All right, let's get going here. I have foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. Quite frequently, this is formative damage work, inner child work, making sure that you have resolved the trauma of the past so that the pain of the past, you're not looking to fill emotional needs with what you're asking for. You're whole, you have full control of your power when you have repaired your formative damage. Take a look. We'll grab a lantern oracle to try and identify some of the shadow work that you might be doing. The oracle cards that I pull will be predicated on what these cards reveal. You're being told that you still have some past issues having to do with your belief in self, your belief in your power. Make sure that you're aligning, working on your chakras, particularly grounding through your root chakra prior to manifestation work. I have focus. Okay, you may not be doing that. All right, here's a good rule around manifestation. Remember, like when I do spell work, so I don't work with the law of manifestation or the law of attraction. I find it to be very flawed. It's partially because I've been doing magic for 30 years, like actually more than that. And so what happens for me is the law of attraction is not as related to invoking the powers that I work with, and so I don't work with it as easily. But your focus is a little bit, you've got hyper-focus. Remember, it is not just pouring on energy and pouring on energy and pouring on energy and never ever stopping. Set a time period around this month. In my new moon intentions, I will be trying to manifest a new home, a new job, a new car, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. Don't fill in the exact details. Have an idea of what it is that you want. Have it a little less rigid. You have hyper-focus. You're trying too hard. It is because you're trying to probably compensate for some emotional healing that you need to do. All you need to do are at least a couple of guided meditations a month, trying to resolve and to release that which is holding you back. There's one by Elove that's called Letting Go. I believe it's available on Amazon Prime. I don't get anything from that. It is free through their Amazon Prime music service, but you can also do meditations for releasing people, places, things, emotions that are no longer serving you. It's wiping clean your slate and starting all over again. With thinker and time to go, we're going to put that in the other action. Time to go and thinker. Okay, everything I just talked about with letting go. Let go of that which has passed and is no longer in your life. If you're trying to bring something to you to prove something to other people, remember, live your life. Focus on you. You cannot control what anybody else thinks about you, so live in your most powerful energy. Tell yourself every single day, it is okay if you stumble. You always get up. You always try again. I am so proud of you. You are succeeding. You are absolutely succeeding. Keep telling yourself these things. This is not about denial. And by the way, where I kind of deviate from the law of attraction is you are allowed to have negative emotions. You're allowed to have doubt. What you're meant to do is to examine them, to understand them, to find the true origin of them, because they're almost never really attached to the here and now, but rather what came before, to examine them, to let them go, and so that, again, you're working from the here and now, looking forward with the most powerful energy that you have. Think it through. Figure out what it is that you need to release in order to have a clean slate, to work from a place of power. And then I have maple spirit, which is generosity. Okie dokie. So let's talk about this just a tiny little bit as I go ahead and I grab a lantern oracle for you. Here's the thing. If you're trying to manifest money, you need to have a good plan for what you're going to do in this world to give back. If it is helping your family, then that's fine. It doesn't have to be some great, like, I'm going to start a nonprofit. But what it does need to do is that things work best in an exchange. If you're asking for something to come to you, you have to have a plan to give it. Okay? So that's the flow. That's the flow that you're trying to maintain. Be generous, be kind. Think of the ways in which you will kind of contribute to the lives of the people who matter the most to you. And if you want things to work on a global scale, it's kind of best to think in terms of your society and your world as well, but have a generous spirit. This is the best money mantra I know. Money flows ceaselessly to me from joyful sources, and as I am blessed, I will bless others. And you say that 3 times. Money flows ceaselessly to me from joyful sources, and as I am blessed, I will bless others. Remember that one. Okay, I have presence of absence. It's all about past stuff, okay? You've got something from the past to let go. The presence of absence is holding something absent in the presence of your love. It is you need to let go of something. You need to let go of something, and apparently you need to have a plan about what you need to do, what you plan to do with the focus and intent foundation card as well. Let's go ahead and get 8 tarot cards because again, if you look at this magician card, what's above his head? It's the infinity sign. It's the number 8 on its side. So 8 is a very not magical number. It is that endless energy, that loop. That's why the give and take, why the generous spirit is so important. Let's get going for pile number 1. All right, what can pile number 1 do to manifest what they want, to improve their manifestation, to potentially remove any blockages? What can pile number 1 do? This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. You can see what you're trying to work on too. 3 of Cups in the upright. Joyfulness, happiness, celebration, contentment, joining together. With the Wheel in the upright, okay, I have the King of Wands in the upright. Don't manifest from a fearful place. Don't try and manifest money because you're terrified. Manifest money because you believe in yourself. If you're asking for prosperity, I'm getting the feeling that it's very much about prosperity. If you're asking for prosperity, know that it is not to beat back the wolf at your door, but rather so that you can build a compound in which no wolf can ever get to your door. Queen of Wands in reverse, that is releasing stale anger. It is also believing in your own power. I have the 2 of Wands in the upright, plans. Strength in the upright, that's the Leo card, but it's also overcoming. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, this is about money. With the World in the upright, the Wheel and the World in the upright. So what can you do here? Please don't talk to your friends and things about what you're trying to manifest. Like, sincerely, don't share that. Speak things into existence in the privacy of your invocation space. It could be your altar room, it could simply be your bedroom. It does not have to be a ritual space, but it is the space that you have cleared Remember, clear beforehand. Sage, followed up by Palo Santo or incense. That is, sage wipes out everything. It's like cosmic bleach. And then bring in something to help with divine energy. Something like Palo Santo, sage, selenite can work as well. You need to set a time period that you're working on something and then let it go. You're doing crossing magic. You've been trying to manifest something for so long. It's coming from a place of fear and a foundational problem that has to do with the fear around your security, that you don't realize that you've actually created a blockage. Clear your space, address and let go of, and you just do meditations around that. You can also do a ritual around the full moon where you release things, but let go of the things from the past that are influencing you in the here and now. Clear your space, start over again, try for one moon cycle. That's going to be about 2 weeks. One moon cycle. If you hear anything bizarre, my dog is snoring quite loudly. I apologize. Clear your space and manifest for 2 weeks and then stop. Don't just endlessly try to do this. You put your magic out there and you trust it, you believe it, you know that it will take the time that it takes and it may not take the form that you're expecting it. Remember, the universe knows what it's doing. Trust, have faith. When the law of attraction talks about not having any doubt, that's what it's really talking about, is belief in your ability to impact your reality with your personal power. This is the King of Wands in the upright, and this is the Queen of Wands in reverse. You need to become whole within. That's about resolving that inner child damage. And listen, like, is that a forever process? A little bit, but like once you get going towards it, it can be done in degrees, meaning that you can get your high school diploma and then your college degree and then your graduate, etc. It's okay if you just go towards the process, things will start coming towards you. Make a good... You're not preparing your space properly. You're not clearing it properly. Again, this is coming from a fear-based place. Try to release that. Know that as long as you have you will always figure out what it is that you need to do. Let's go ahead and we'll get a fortune card as well. Is there anything else they need to know about? So you don't have a plan for what you plan to do with your own luck. Like, you remember, plan on improving the lives of those around you. It's an energy exchange. It really is. As I am blessed, I will bless others. And that really is a very, very hopeful thing to do. The other thing to do is to remember to inhabit the energy of hope. To think of the future not as being a nemesis or an enemy, but the thing that will expand everything and bring everything to you. View the future as a friend. Okay, I have World. Be open to new possibilities in all area of your life. I feel like that card has been haunting me today. Okay, and then I also got Key. New beginnings, directions, adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. All right, so hey, pile number 1. Wow, that's really very, very on the nose. In order for your manifestations to come through, you have to do the work to release the damage, the anger, the pain, the conflict of the past. Do that first. It's not something you can do concurrently. Resolve the negative energy, the negative emotions, the things that cause you to doubt yourself, because that's what formative damage is about. It damaged your view of yourself. And that will give you better focus, more power. You will no longer be working from a place of grief. Letter, okay. House, and I want one more. Mice, yeah, this is like small things stealing away your efforts as well. Stop telling your friends about what you're doing. It's not that your friends aren't trustworthy, it's that you need to focus and direct and channel that energy. And that's what magic really is. It is using the energy available to you in a targeted way. Let's go. Can I get a Making Magic card as well? What else can they do to improve their ability to manifest, to get what they want? 2 more times. 1 and 2. Okay, the elements. Well, I've got 2 cards there. So I have Philosopher's Stone, Powerful Manifestations of Wishes and Goals by Harnessing Universal Energy. You need to be in alignment. Align your chakras a lot too. Listen, take 2 weeks to resolve all this stuff and try again. You'll have much better results. You need to quit communicating what you're trying to manifest to your friends. Like, this is not a group activity. It is okay to talk about your plans. It is not great to talk about like the specifics of what you're trying to bring towards you. It adds more will to a situation. You need your focus. You are shaping your reality. The elements of fire, air, earth, and water combine to create powerful protective boundaries, spiritual, elemental, and spiritual, physical, and emotional. Okay, so remember what I said about clearing. Prepare your space. All of these old energies are hanging on to what you're trying to create in the here and now that is new. You're trying to change things. Make sure that you treat it like an operating room. You're trying to prepare a new life. You don't want it to be infected by anything from the old. What else do I have going on here? Let's go ahead and we're going to get a couple of tea leaf cards just in case. What else do I have for pile number 1? Your friends, meanwhile, it has nothing to do with them corrupting anything. It's just that as soon as you tell somebody something, they have a vision around what it is that you're talking about, and your vision is what matters. And remember, you will never have a worry-free existence. We're not meant to. We need to be challenged. We need to have adversity. Things will still go wrong. People will still get sick. You will still have disappointments. It's just the bulk of what you achieve will be positive. And that's another area that the law of attraction just gets wrong. We are not here to have a wish fulfillment experience. We are here to learn lessons. One of the lessons can be enjoying bounty and joy and grace and increase. Rainbow. The most difficult part of a situation is over. Well, I would certainly hope so. Hey, I think we've gotten everything that we need here. You just need a good energetic scrub up and to quit sharing your plans with other people. It's kind of dispersing and diversifying that energy just a little bit too much. That's that energy of mice. When you think about manifesting money, don't manifest from a place of fear. Manifest from a place of abundance and generosity and kindness. Be open to new possibilities. Let go of the past. Remember, rigidity around what you're trying to manifest is the easiest way to block it. And don't overcompensate. Have a time period in which you're trying to work something. I do spell work, so it always has like a limitation on it. Like it's a 7-day working, it's a 3-month working, it's a whatever type of working it is. And so it always stops at a particular time period. But you need to focus, having a time period, let go of the past, work on that foundational damage from the past. Whatever it is that you've got multiple cards of, you're ruminating about the past and it's blocking your present. It's keeping you in energy of the past as part of what's going on. And then for prosperity, listen, don't forget to envision how you intend to give back. It is a very important part of an energy exchange. What are you going to do that is positive and helpful and not about like power struggles, but about true generosity of spirit? So I don't care if it's food bank or housing or healthcare or simply helping other people or buying your mom a house, whatever it might be that would really light you up and is truly generous. That's what this is about, which is not to say that you're a grasping person. It's just I think your attempts to manifest security might be coming mostly from a place of trying to protect yourself at a fearful place. And so it just slows everything down. And then the other thing is please remember, magic takes more time than we think it does. It would be great if it was instantaneous. That's why you do it for a time period and you let it go and accept that it could be 6 months to 2 years before a full manifestation comes into being. Every now and then it's instant. Every now and then it's instant. But trust that you have done the work. Keep envisioning, even after you've done the rituals, even after you've done the scripting, even after you've done the candle magic. Keep envisioning every single day when you wake up in those moments right before you open your eyes. Imagine the world it's already fallen into place. See the world that you're going to inhabit very, very soon. Envision it down to the details. Make sure that it is a positive, kind, and harmonious place that you are seeing in your head. And that is the energy that you will inhabit all day long, and more will come to you more easily. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, if you enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you hit the post bell notification, you will know every time I post a video. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Take care and be well. Hello and welcome back. If you chose pile number 2, then this is your reading. Hey, the Muse Tarot is going to be bringing you a spread of 8 cards. I'm going to point this out right at the beginning. Over the Magician's head, the infinity sign. There's an 8 on its side. It is a very magical number. It is about building energy. It is about things coming and going. It is about an energetic exchange as well. We're going to find out what these cards reveal. These are oracle cards. How can you manifest what you want? What's blocking you? What do you need to change? How can I manifest what I want? Loved pile number one's reading. Let's find out what's going on with pile number two before I get started. Please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. Please don't forget to hit the post bell notification so that you know every time I post a video. And if you like the reading, please hit the thumbs up button as well. Okay, expression. Express your true self. The world needs you. Oh, you might be lacking belief. Relaxation. Okay. I'm going to get the rest of these down before I start commenting too much. Flexible and new life. And then I want one more. Here we go. This is enlightenment. You are trying to manifest from a place of singular desire. Like, I don't know if it's a person, I don't know if it's a situation, I don't know if it's a job. Try to think of yourself more as part of the, like you are one with all. You have something in common with every single person that you meet. You have a shared experience in some way or form through your humanity. Every living thing shares a part of you. Don't think of it as it's me against the world. Even if you're a sole practitioner of something, you may not be working in the right discipline. If you're trying to manifest something through scripting, like consider, like, and I'm always telling people this, prepare your space. You have to energetically prepare your space. But you might wish to do a little bit more reading. It's not quite the time for the manifestation that you're hoping for because you're still trying to become whole within and whole with the universe as a whole. You might be asking for something a little too specific, and you might not have this relaxation card. You might have a misguided idea of how long it takes to manifest something. It is not like, hey, I did a spell and then it happened. It's, I did a spell, I walked away, and over the course of 2 years it happened. And that's literal. Like, I did an absolute reality bender all the way back in February of 2019, and did it work? Yes, it did. It's still working today. Big magic takes a long time. Remember that part. Relax. Enjoy your life. Know that even if you don't recognize the detail, if you have done the work, if you have truly believed in your ability and you've invoked the right powers for you, and if when you're one with all, when that whole, like, joining with the greater whole, express your true self, the world needs you, you have some self-doubt. Now, listen, right here now I want to talk about the idea in the law of attraction that you can, like you can hear from the drop in my voice, I'm mocking it a little bit. I don't mean to, but there is such a flaw in the way that the law of attraction is taught that it almost is bound to fail. And that is that you're not allowed to have any negative thoughts. Oh my God, that's unhealthy. You are allowed to have negative thoughts. You're allowed to have negative feelings. We are meant to live in a state of balance. What that is really saying is that you need to come from a place of being healed and having dealt with all your past trauma, all your past damage in order to truly manifest. It has absolutely nothing to do with living in this make-believe world in which everything is rosy, everything is positive. You never allow yourself to be grumpy or crabby or doubt that things are working out. Or it's normal. Very powerful people have very powerful emotions. And like, it's just telling people a way to get very sick if they tell them to not acknowledge their reality. Acknowledge their reality, but believe in the pit of your soul that you can change it, and that's the difference. It is not about never doubting, never believing that anything bad is going to happen. Spoiler alert, you will never get a world that is perfect. We're not meant to have one. That's not a spiritual journey. This is not a Cracker Jack box. This reality is not. You're not working towards the surprise at the bottom of it that you get to keep forever. You will be challenged. You will have things come and go. Believe overall that you have tremendous power in your life to be resilient and overcome as well. Let's talk about what these 8 cards are saying. So I have the 7 of Cups in the upright. This is often spell work. 10 of Swords in reverse. You have not released enough trauma from the past. Queen of Swords in reverse to join with the universal energy. That is an open channel with the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Pentacles in the upright in order to bring things into this reality. Remember, when you are manifesting, you have to take at least one step to bring something into this reality, whether it's writing it down, whether it's candle magic, whether it's casting, whatever it is, you cannot, like it can be scripting, but if you are just envisioning things, it stays in the energetic realm. To bring something into true reality, something must be done in this reality. And I had a student in magic not that long ago, and she's been doing magic for a little bit, and as we started something, there I am talking, and she doesn't say anything, and I was like, well, what are you doing? She said, I'm saying it in my head. And you can, but I said, hey, no, speak things into reality. Remember, if you want something in this world, bring it into this world somehow. Bring it into this world somehow. I write petitions. That is a documented, and there are ways to write petitions, that is a documented magical command that I will then burn and set free into the spirit of air, which is what I work with, to bring to reality with the Queen of Pentacles. I have the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is releasing doubt. You will be able to manifest things much more quickly. This is also the spirit of air. Remember, any manifestation works tremendously with the spirit of air and the spirit of earth. I have, and then the spirit of water as well, which is emotions, which is happiness. You cannot manifest from a place of misery. Intent is everything. Your emotional state is it colors the emotional intonation of the manifestation. On Instagram not that long ago, and it was making me laugh, one of my favorite witches was talking about, had a little meme where like somebody's like watching in horror, and underneath it is the saying like, oh, here's me watching all those spells I did when I was mad start to manifest. Your emotional state has an impact on how something will manifest. Work from a place of happiness, work from a place of joy, work from a place of hope, work from a place of trust. It is not the same thing as never having any doubt. Remember, you deal with all that stuff and then you do your magic. All right, I have the Three of Wands in reverse and then the Nine of Wands in the upright. Another reminder about having good boundaries around your practice. Do not talk about in your Instagram, in your whatever feeds, you don't share with other people the specifics of what you're trying to manifest. And there's a good reason. Because as soon as you tell somebody what you're trying to manifest, in their mind, there is a vision of what it is that you're trying to do, and it starts to conflict with what you're doing. So keep your stuff to yourself. You can tell people in, broad terms, hey, I'm doing some prosperity magic. Hey, I'm doing some healing magic. The new life, you might be trying to bring a relationship to you. Remember, try not to do emotionally influential magic. It does not work the way people think it does. So if you're aiming it at a specific target, understand, unless that is really that person's will, it won't last, and you'll pay for it in a different area of your life. We cannot override another person's free will without a cost to our own energy. So if you're looking for love, the only type of love magic that really, really works is new love, preparing yourself. I'm going to do a video on what do I need to do to bring my divine pairing to me. So I'll quit talking about that. But if it is love magic, then know that it's not a good idea to have a target that has a name of a person that you know. If that person has healing work to do, you can't do it for them. They have to participate in healing magic. If that person is involved in something, that is their work to do. You can't magically do it for them. If you force somebody's hand, you might bring them to your side, but it won't last because they have to do that work. If you want emotionally influential magic, do it yourself. Help me be happier, help me be freer, help me be more hopeful, help me be more trustful. If you need to do something about your personal happiness, aim it at you. I have Devil. Take care immediately to avoid temptation and deceit. I've never seen that card. I didn't even know that was in here. Pile number 2. If you are asking about love magic, please be aware. It can work in the short term, but it never works for the long term unless it is truly in alignment with that person's will. We are not meant to interfere. And you can love somebody, oh my God, so much. But if you have to force them to love you back, they're not your person. And you deserve your real person. So if there's somebody that you have your heart's desire set on and you're trying to do magic to bring them to your side, know that the very fact that they are not willingly by your side should make you question whether or not they're worthy of you, okay? And that's the last I'm going to say about that. And by the way, never do breakup work. Oh my God, never do breakup work. I get that I'm at variance with some of the magical community on this, but if you break up somebody else's relationship to take their person, do you know what that invites into your own life? The exact same energy times 10. It's not times 3, it's times 10. Be careful. Don't do anything to somebody else that you aren't comfortable having done to you. It's a really good rule of thumb around magical intent. Enough of that. That was my big old magical lecture. Let's get a different fortune reading card. And listen, when I was in my 20s, I never thought love magic through either. I was like, oh, what can it hurt? What can it hurt? I didn't understand enough about life's purpose, life's path, the fact that we're all here to learn our individual lessons. And that, you know what? If somebody doesn't love you, then like they're not worthy of you. Let that person go on their way. You will find, like, if you want to do love magic, attract your best pairing, attract your best partner, somebody will, and you can name specifics. You mean they need to be tall, they need to be short, they need to be round, they need to be straight. It does not, like whatever you want, but don't pin it to one person because that's their will. Snake, your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path, but be careful. Hey, group number 2, don't know what is up with your manifestation, but you're being warned about intent, okay? You're being warned about intent. Look at your intent. Your intent has an impact on how your manifestations will come to you. If you're wishing for the love of your life, but like 5 different people have to get their heart broken in order for it to happen, that energy was created by you and it will return to you. And again, it is not threefold, it is tenfold. So this is like, am I sounding like a big old scold? I'm sorry, I don't mean to. It's just that with great power comes responsibility. Don't think just about what you want. Think about what is best for you, what fuels you best. Let's keep going here because I think you're having a trauma response and trying to, like the Devil card is normally a card for codependency, and this might really be somebody who's asking about relationship magic. And if you want to get mad at me, okay, I'm sorry, I wish you wouldn't. I'm trying to help you. It can work in the short term. It will never bring you true happiness, and you will never truly be happy or secure in the love of somebody whose hand you had to force. Remember that. If you want to do love magic, ask for someone who loves and adores you, who is truly worthy of you, who will be kind and generous, interested in you, and that will bring you the right person. Sincerely, there is always somebody else. There is always somebody else. Philosopher's Stone, powerful manifestation and wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. Oddly enough, the last group got that one as well. I am unsurprised by that. Hey, group number 2. How can you manifest what you want by changing your focus? And here's the thing, and the thing to remember, and like somebody's got steam coming out of their ears because they've been trying to do love magic on so-and-so, and like so-and-so won't show up, and what are they doing wrong? And they're asking, how do I get so-and-so by my side? Stop making it so-and-so. Just please stop making it so-and-so. The reason being, if by some universal decree, that person is your person, they just have work to do, that person's the person who will come to you. My true pairing, my divine partner, the love of my life, someone who is truly worthy of me, stop putting a name to them. If it's that person, that's the person who shows up. You're not going to accidentally get your, divine pairing who is different unless it's really your divine pairing. All right, here we go. I have uncertainty. The shades of gray within the fog will eventually lift. Yeah, you have muddled intent, group number 2. You have muddled intent. And like, I know I'm probably dealing with a bunch of witches here and everything. Please remember, I have so much protective magic on me. Oh my Jesus. Like sincerely, don't get mad at the messenger. Your intent is slightly muddled on that. Just clean it up. And by the way, I will give you a secret about breakup magic. There is one way to do it. If you are convinced that that person is truly your soulmate, you've got all the other signs, but they're with this person who will not let go, what you can do is love magic, not on a particular person, but to bring that person their divine pairing, to draw them away from that relationship, to free the person that you're interested in. That's completely within bounds because you're wishing them love and happiness, their soulmate, and true joy. And that's how you get a good result out of a third-party situation, okay? All right, let's go. What else do I have for group number 2? Can I get group number 2, please? Also, what have I got here? Enlightenment. You're not quite in alignment with your highest self yet. Whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger and resentment, you will find that your wishes will come true. And I want one more. Perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. As usual, part of what is causing a difficulty in a manifestation here is muddied intent. And then also, because it's coming from a place of trauma, do your emotional work first, and then see if you really still want that person. And again, I actually did just give you the way to get them without doing love magic. If they're really your person, and this is a third party type of thing, the only love magic that will really serve you is to call in that other person's soul pairing so that they can have true love in their own life. You are not breaking anybody else's heart in order to bring you joy. And that is, we have to be very mindful of what the impact of our magic will be in order to have a good result. Can I get more for group number 2? Can I get more for group number 2? How can they manifest what they want? How can they improve their manifestations? You got a little bit of inner work to do. Shift your focus ever so slightly to away from this specific person. And please trust me, if you're asking for your soulmate shows up. You do not need to name them. If you're in alignment, if you have done the work that you mean to do, if your intent is coming from for the best and the highest good of all, then your soulmate will come to you. And if you're right and that person is your soulmate, then they will. But it's hard to get joy out of breaking somebody else's heart. So just be a little careful. Sun, dog, this is loyalty. New beginnings, this is steadfastness, loyalty, trueness, friendship with key. All right, dudes, I think I actually just gave you the key to what you're asking about. I have a feeling group number 2 is asking about love magic. Rework your intent ever so slightly. Remember, love you. You deserve somebody who's choosing you, not who had a magical lasso draped over their head so you pulled them towards you. If that person is really for you, you don't need to be naming them. Ask for your divine pairing, your truest pairing. If this is the third party situation and you're like, she won't move on, he won't move on, please, please, please let go, do magic to bring that person their soulmate. If your intent is pure and you're asking for them to truly be joyful, remember most of the time all that person has done to you is occupy a space that you wish to occupy instead. You don't need to hate them. Bring them joy for your person and they can be by your side. Okay, group number 2. Hey, if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. I just chuckled because it's like, I bet that was popular. But that was group number 2's reading. Take care, be well, may you manifest mightily. Hello and welcome back. If you chose pile number 3, then this is your reading. How can you manifest what you want? What do you need to do differently? What's blocking your manifestations? Let's see what comes out in this reading. Hey, before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. It helps my channel. If you hit the post bell notification, then you will know every time I post a video. If you like the video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Group number 3, we will see what this is about. It's been a fascinating read so far. I'm like with a little bit of trepidation and fear, I approach group number 3. All right, I have security. To feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Grounding. Grounding and shielding, grounding and shielding. It is energetic preparation that needs to be done daily. Have a very good energetic management practice. Make sure you get out into nature. It is one of the easiest ways. Dark energy is grounded out best through the earth. And so that is why you're always being told to ground, ground, ground. Quite literally, sometimes walking on the earth is the very thing that can drain away negativity. Every single group is going to be getting the same like magical lecture. The law of attraction is a little bit flawed in the way that it is conveyed. You are allowed to have doubt. You are allowed to have negative emotions. You are allowed to have fear. It's just that you deal with them before you approach your manifestations. You process them, you release them. Remember, this world is not meant to be a wish fulfillment fantasy land. We will still have difficulties. We will still have stumbles. You can draw to you what you wish, what you hope for, and what you want, but remember, it will take the shape and the form that the divine has dictated, okay? All right, here we go. I have protection. Don't forget to work within a magically prepared space. You need to be able to clear. You need to be able to, I sage, I follow up with Palo Santo or incense. A lot of the times, because I do a lot of demonic entity removal, I also follow up with a full sound cleansing, and then I do a sacred circle that has 3 summonings to keep me safe. I am protected like crazy all the time, every single moment. Protection in the work that you do. Remember, treat it like you're performing surgery and you don't want anything else to infect your magic, okay? All right, I have Truth Be Told and Mending. You can get a little bit of healing work. Facing the desire behind what it is you're trying to manifest. Make sure it is not influenced by fear. You can have doubt, but it is best to resolve the negative emotions that are darker energies, because what we put out there is what we draw to us. That's what the law of attraction is trying to say. Be positive, be hopeful, be happy, be expansive, be generous, be positive, and that's the energy that will come to you. But we exist best in a state of balance, and if we try not to, if we try to deny our shadow side altogether, we'll simply make ourselves sick. And so that's why it's important to acknowledge the negative emotions that you really do have. We will be sad sometimes, we will depress sometimes, anxious, frustrated. It's normal, you're human. And then I have Power, Dragon Power. You might be hitting something too hard, dudes. Let's keep going. And what does that mean? It means doing work after work after work after work and creating a conflicting energy signature. You're supposed to do work and then trust that it will work. Have a timeline, this stops now. If you've been trying to manifest something for 6 months, please stop, clear the energy, clear your mind, do some healing work, start all over again, tweak it ever so slightly, and only do it for 1 full moon cycle, and then trust that it's working. That is the thing that, like, constant repetition is called karmic nagging. It doesn't work. It, if anything, creates a blockage of its own. All right, let's get going. We're using 8 cards, and the reason being, on my little magician here, 8. That is the infinity segment, the 8 on its side over the magician. This is the number for constant and building energy, for returning energy as well. That is why what you put out there is so important. It is what will return to you magnified. It's not 3-fold, it is 10-fold. Okay, I have 9 of Cups in reverse, disappointment sometimes. Oh my gosh. The Sun in reverse, the mending energy is coming through like crazy right now. Chariot in reverse. You're too injured to get what you need. 4 cards of healing right in a row. As above, so below. Okay, so here's the thing. You're not okay. You're still processing some trauma. You're incredibly powerful. Most incredibly powerful people had very traumatic childhoods. Oh, why am I surprised? Pile number 3 is almost all of my purple trauma group. Okay. The Lovers, the Devil. We have the 3 of Swords in reverse with the King of Swords in the upright. Face the truth of what it is that you need to heal. Process it, release it, live in the here and the now. Know that the past cannot hurt you, but we can learn from it, and you are very powerful. You are very powerful. Tell yourself that every single day. Speak to yourself kindly. Codependency is a little bit of a factor. This is compulsive energy. This is compulsive energy. Make better choices around how you're doing magic. Like, you're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it. And I'm not sure what you're doing. Like, I don't know if it's security magic, or it might be. It could be prosperity magic. You could be trying to get a job. Now, here's something. Does the universe ever just say no? Yes, when divine timing is off. Right in a row, disappointment, depression, and this energy blockage on a path forward because you haven't healed and you're also being too impatient. You're creating like a chaotic energy. Stop, ground, do your energetic work first. It's better to delay a manifestation and to work from the right energy. You've got healing work to do first. Get yourself healed, and then it's time to start manifesting. When you are whole within, it is not a punishment. Lovers, there are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. And then I want one more. Celebrations, you are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Make better. This is card of choices. Make better choices. Make better choices. Lovers here. Celebrations. Hey, listen, the last group just got a big old please don't do love magic lecture, and I didn't mean it to be. There are ways to do love magic. It needs to not be a specific target. I'm not going to go into that here because that's not the energy that I'm dealing with. But remember, If something is delayed, examine why. Stop just pushing and pushing and pushing, and maybe if I try harder, it'll come now, and maybe if I do this, and maybe if I start an extra candle working on top of the other candle working, you can 100% tie a situation into energetic, magical knots, by the way. Don't just throw magic at a situation over and over and over again. You do your work, you put the energy into it, you set it out there, and then you trust that it's coming to you in divine timing. And can divine timing be maddeningly slow? Yes. Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be. But you don't, if you get something that you really desire before you're ready for it, it leaves you, because we have to do our work while we're here. Group number 3, what you're getting here is that you have all the power in the world that you need, but you need to work on patience. You need to work on focus, and you need to do a lot of healing and face a truth about, you need to face some truth in order to heal. Release something that is not serving you any longer. Become whole within in your manifestations. Like, I think small things come to you. Love charm, attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. And then sun, the golden energy of the sun brings fame and fortune. You have no issues with being able to manifest. You have no issues with being able to manifest. You're not doing, like, your prep work's a little bit shoddy. Like, that's not an insult. It's just you need to do a little bit more. The old stuff is clinging to the new stuff. You are still trying to heal some trauma. And it's some pretty deep trauma. Don't rush your process so much. Here's the thing. Manifestations are not like distractions. It's not a Band-Aid for a wound. Heal your wounds so you're no longer injured. And if you're working from a true place of power, if you're working from your true power, it comes in, whoa, when you're really in your most energetically healed state. It's so worth it to do that work. And if you're like, oh my God, it takes so long. It takes a year and a half out of your life. That's a tiny percentage of your life. And then you're healed. And then, like, you're in control of this dragon-like power. Take the time to heal. Take the time to heal. You just need to heal. There we go. 1 and 2 and 3. And I actually have a reading planned for next weekend about what do I need to heal to attract my life partner, my soulmate, my divine parent. But I'm not going to go into that here, because here it is. It's like you're testing the waters. It's like, I am powerful. I am powerful. I am powerful. Will this work? You're not doing anything wrong. You're on the injured reserve list because you're pretty traumatized. Yep. Health. An excellent time to start an exercise program or diet. Many new friendships are on the horizon. Focus on your healing for right now. Focus on your healing for right now. Know that there is more time in this world, in this life, in this place than you are giving yourself. You're being too impatient with your life process. Working, like, leaning in on that, feeling secure in who you are, in what you have, and what you can do is the most important work that you can do. You are the group I'm going to go. I have been judging what oracle cards to add to this based on what is revealed in each pile. So we're going to go to the Spirit of Animals oracle because it has so much magical information. It is so hard to shuffle because it is the size of a plate, basically. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. This is one of those ones I can't ever take out in front of clients. I do read people in person, and they get to shuffle the cards when I'm there. There we go. I have Sea Otter, happiness, be the master of playful living, release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the ways. Your good destiny of love is sure. If you focus on healing, you don't even need to do manifestation work. You're very powerful, and that's why you've got, like, your aura is Swiss cheese because it feels like everything in the world attacked you at once. You're sometimes held back by a lot of pain from the past. And you keep trying to do more work on top of it to try and, like, oh, magic can fix this, magic can fix this. Heal yourself first. If you want to do any type of magic, do healing magic. It is possible. I do healing magic all the time. Here we go. It works really well, too, and I love it. It's like my favorite form of magic. I would rather do that than prosperity work. Because once you decrease, that's the amount of work that you're doing, happy success. You're doing too much work. You're working from a place of fear versus a place of security and power. and a place of pain and trauma. Do healing work instead now. Whatever it is you're trying to manifest, do healing work. Churn all of that energy that you're using to try and manifest and go towards healing, go towards trauma processing. Work on your root chakra like it is your full-time job. Work on your root chakra like your root chakra is your best friend. Once you get that all straightened out, and remember, there are so many free recordings on YouTube. You can get Reiki sessions. You can get tuning forks. You do not, if you don't have a lot of money, that is not an impediment. That is not something that can keep you from healing. There are so many ways to access healing. Let's get going here. I'm going to ask a couple more questions. What else does group number 3 need to do? Basically, you're not energetically whole yet, so you're not protected enough, so your manifestations are like, it's almost like they're corrupted, because it's like it's leaking. You're like trying to sail the seas in a leaky boat. Sacred pool, you got to heal. You have to heal and be protected. Coming to life. Talisman, that's something from the past as well. I'm going to take one more on this one. Peaks of joy. Okay. I think that you keep trying to manifest a better life, like a happier life. Do your healing work. Do your healing work. Try to do magic to get in touch with your guides. Try to do magic to heal your sacral, your solar plexus, and your root chakra. So it's going to be solar plexus, sacral, and root chakra. Those are the bottom 3. Those are things that anchor us into this reality and allow us to bring things into being. You're energetically, like it's like you've got tar all over you or little holes or something. You're very compromised. You're a very compromised magical unit right now. Let's see what I can get from the Whispering Woods Oracle. What can they do to manifest what they desire? What can they do to manifest, to improve their manifestations, to allow them to manifest what they want? This is all about like, hey, you're not quite. And like, how long will it take? Go towards it. You're very powerful. It takes the time that it takes, but it should start showing. Yep, clearing. Make room for growth. And then I have the night. Find comfort in the night where the world switches off and the stars burn bright. Listen, I'm always telling my clients this. Please, 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 please. Make sure you're doing some form of meditation. It is okay if you're doing guided sleep meditations. Very powerful people have very active inner worlds sometimes, and it makes meditation in the traditional sense where you sit and you try and like achieve stillness and you observe your breath and you kind of empty out your mind. It makes it darn near impossible and almost like a burden. You can start doing that work at night. Go find guided sleep meditations to heal trauma, to release anger. That's the thing that hides underneath all that pain. Oh, my Lord, health. Okay. Yeah, you need to heal. You need to heal. I might have already done this and already gotten, and I did shuffle it. That card once into your life. Oh, my goodness. Let's keep going here. What have I got? What have I got? What have I got? 2 more times, please. What do we need to know? And I keep standing up sometimes, so the perspective on where I'm shuffling might change. The reason I do that is I always have to check and make sure my camera's still going. I have bouquet. Lilies, interesting. And rider. Okay, go towards your happiness, your joy, your healing, your wholeness. And it will, this peaks of joy, you will manifest better from a happy place. Like energy attracts like energy. It's possible your manifestations are already working, by the way. And if you're like, no, they're not, they're kind of bleh. It's like, well, like energy attracts like energy, and you've got this need to resolve some like feelings of insecurity, of unworthiness, to really like get in touch with what your true power is. Triple moon, embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly, the injured child and the frustrated adult coming into alignment with your true and like universal self is the thing that will help your manifestations the most. Let's go ahead and we will get a lantern oracle as well. A lantern oracle, please. What is it that they need to heal so much? Rider is that is progress, that is moving along. Lilies is often like, sometimes it's putting something in the ground, putting it to bed, like getting rid of it, but it's purity of intent. Bouquet, of course, is happiness, offerings. Sometimes it's courtship. going to pick these up because, unfortunately, oh my goodness, has this sucker been haunting things, but it is the presence of absence. It's the things that we need that's releasing pain from the past, grief, sometimes over the life we never got to lead. And then this is repair, making amends instead of, here it is, making amends rather than fun times reveals a relationship's true constitution. You need to heal. Hey, I'm going to put these over here so they don't just come back and haunt me. Can I get a fresh message on that, please? What is it specifically? The unknown, knowing the unknown. Oh, remember, the need to control is almost always related to anxiety and to security, root chakra issues. Group number 3, start by healing your root chakra. Start by healing a feeling of insecurity and a feeling of powerlessness. Don't try to manifest from a place of fear. You have a lot of healing to do. Your health is ever so slightly compromised in an emotional capacity. Like energy attracts like energy. You are actually, because you have the triple moon, I'm also a triple moon person, by the way. I'm a life path 3, and that's the triple moon. You are able to do it. Oh my goodness. But remember that part. Your state of being is so important. You need to work in protected spaces always. Please don't get lazy around that process. It can be a little bit easy to, but unfortunately, sometimes you're bringing into being things from the past. And it's perpetuating a cycle. That number 8, that perpetual motion, the reason that you're being told this is that there's actually nothing wrong with your ability to manifest. You just keep drawing the wrong things to you because you're hurt. You're energetically compromised. You need to heal. The truth of the matter is that you need to face some things in the past. You are incredibly powerful. You're ever so slightly insecure in the areas of like believing in self, knowing that you were truly powerful because things were taken from you. You have a hard time believing sometimes that you're capable of doing magic quite simply because, well, sometimes they work out and sometimes they don't. And you are not being blamed for things going wrong. You are not being blamed for things going wrong. What you are being told is that you are so powerful that when you are injured and you are unhappy, the reason that the whole law of attraction, pretend everything is lovely and your life will be beautiful, that's just denial and eventually the cracks show through. We are meant to cope with our negative emotions, not pretend they're not there. And we're not meant to have a wish fulfillment existence. You don't learn much from getting everything that you want all the time. And so remember, you may be manifesting challenges and delays because your higher self, which is not an enemy, that's just you, your higher self is like holding you in a period of like, no, I'm trying to protect you from bringing the wrong things to you. You're not okay yet. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You've finished one part of your life and now a new and even better part is beginning. You're already manifesting things, group number 3. Manifest healed, happy, joyful energy. Make sure you're doing your energetic protection before anything that you're trying to manifest. You can switch between disciplines. You don't need to stick to just one area. But another reminder, health. Make sure the physical house is in order. Make sure the mental and the emotional house is in order, and you will simply get a much better result. I'm going to go for a Whispers of Love Oracle card for you as well, simply because usually all that security work is pointing towards childhood damage, formative damage, inner child work, and that is best cured by self-love, by encouraging, by validating oneself, by treating yourself as being as valuable as you have always treated the people you love. Here we go. Let's go. What does group number 3 need to know to heal in order to know their full potential? You are awesomely powerful, group number 3. All right, I have patience. Love is patience and kind always. Remember, the need to control is anxiety-based. Anxiety causes impatience. Patience is the cure for anxiety. Patience is peace. Be peaceful with the flow of things. We are so invested in the idea of the passage of time eroding all things. What if it improves all things? Okay, group number 3. Interesting message about a need to heal. Nothing wrong with your power center. You're still slightly compromised. Do that healing work, work on your root chakra like it is your full-time job. You're already manifesting things. You're just not working from your most powerful place yet. If you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. I'd love a chance to read for you in real life, and thank you for joining me. Hello and welcome back to the cronecast at the rising moon. Hey, if you picked pile 4, then this is your reading. Before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. If you hit the post bell notification, it really does help my channel. And if you like the reading, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I really do appreciate it. But pile number 4. This has been such an interesting reading for me already. We have a pile of oracle cards. How can you manifest what you want? How can you improve your manifestations? Potentially, what are you doing incorrectly that you could tweak and get a better result? We're going to be taking 8 cards. If you check out the Magician, there's always the infinity sign, which is an 8 on its side over his head. That is the energy of perpetually building motion. What you put out returns to you. So let's get going. The Muse Tarot is going to bring us a spread of 8 tarot cards having to do with the energy of building and returning. Let's get going here. We have trust. Trust your intuition. It is in contact with a higher source of knowledge. Oh! Belief in magic and manifestation is absolutely imperative to actually having manifestations. Every single group got this, and it is likely to haunt every manifestation video I ever do. The law of attraction is incorrect. You are allowed to have doubt. You are allowed to, you don't have to have this perfect universe in your head in which all you see are good things. That is wildly unhealthy and makes people very, very sick. It's called denial. And it can seem to work in the short term, but everything that you're ignoring is still there. All it causes is repressed underlying issues. Deal with your grief, deal with your pain, deal with your emotions. We are meant to live in a state of balance. They are not our enemies. They are there to teach us something. But when you're working on manifestation, live in that hopeful energy, live in that belief energy, live in that increasing energy. Your intent matters. Like energy will attract like energy. But please don't let anybody talk to you about you have to walk around in this blissful state of being in which you absolutely, utterly believe. That's not normal. It can't be achieved, and it's a very fragile reality to try and construct. Even when the pieces of it start to come in, the big cracks, the big fissures start showing. Work in a state of balance, work from a place of emotional health, work from a place of generosity and kindness, and you will always get better manifestations. And trust it as well. Change, interesting. All that glitters, are you trying to manifest the wrong thing? Deep knowing. Enchanted Fern Grotto, Refuge. This is very interesting. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you're being asked to manifest a better understanding of faith and of the divine and of the universe. Change what you're trying to manifest. And it's not because you're being denied what you're asking for. It's that your connection to source is not fully established yet. And your beliefs will always be right for you. Can you absolutely believe yeah, there's no such thing as a divine power. There's only me. It is just my will. Okay. But there is a collective. And so believing in something beyond yourself is helpful because it helps harness the energy of the universe. And so establishing a belief system that encompasses more than you, whatever that might be, ask for spiritual guidance, ask for alignment, ask for, I think you're being asked to manifest your purpose. That's the first thing that you're supposed to manifest. Sun, healing, yeah. 7 of Swords in reverse, clarity. 10 of Wands in reverse, something like releasing something, not overburdening something. If you're doing money magic, don't. First do your life's purpose magic. You're accidentally blocking a path. 7 of Cups in the upright is spell work and magic sometimes. It's also fantasy and illusion. It's sometimes like things not coming into a firm shape yet because everything is up in the air. 10 of Swords in reverse, I see that a lot. That's releasing all trauma. Magician in reverse, okay. 3 of Pentacles in the upright. Death card in the upright. That's beginning again. It's closure as well. You are. Group number 4, whatever it is that you're asking about, you're being asked to redirect your focus, change, deep knowing, and trust. You're being asked to try and connect with your guides first. You're not receiving enough guidance. Like what you're doing, whatever it is you're doing, you're not being denied anything. It's like like running off of fumes or something from a gas tank. You don't have full access to the amount of power that's available because your connection to source, your connection to all, your ability to join with your tribe is a little bit like it's sporadic. It's a faulty connection. Work on that first. I have bear, okay. Let's resolve. Sometimes scythe, cutting things away. It's also, heart. Dog, coffin, man. Okay. Woo. There's some grief that needs to be released as well. Mostly this is about loyalty and connection and resilience. You really are being told that if you want your manifestations to have greater power, greater strength, the first thing to do is reconnect to the idea of the all, to the collective, to the idea that there's more to this life than what we can see. The idea of faith. And whatever that entails, remember, whatever you believe really is right for you. Let's get going. I'm going to get a magical messages from fairies oracle because that's how you're being, and it doesn't mean you have to stop working on whatever you're working on. It's just that establish a better connection to source and to guides. Now that's work you can do through meditations. I'm always saying this over and over again. You can do sleep meditations. You can do your work while you're sleeping. Our consciousness is still there, and in fact, it doesn't have to battle through our forms of denial, the things that our ego keeps in place. It is sometimes easier to do our connection work when we're asleep. Ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. Universal connection would help so much more. You've got the power. Use your ability to resolve the situation. You can do it. Nothing wrong with your power. I'm not even positive that there's anything truly going wrong with your manifestations, but you're being told that they will improve when you make the effort to connect to source. To begin again, okay? I just recently, for another pile, got a card I have never seen before, and so now I'm a little worried. Let's go. What do we got? Wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. That's a much better one than I was afraid might happen. Once you connect to source, apparently you will have much greater manifestation ability. You're just trying to go it alone, like the lone wolf. That's that Seven of Swords energy in reverse. Imagine you are part of a giant tapestry. You are connected to all things. Every living thing has a connection to you. You have something in common with absolutely every living thing. And that can be distressing because we don't always agree with everybody. And it's wait, I'm not connected to them. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are made from the same material. You can be drawn to different power expressions of source. There is dark source and then there is light source. It's best to choose light source. You can just get a lot more happiness out of it. And you also can evolve and ascend. But there is, that same source is trying to cry out to that same person. You're connected to all. I have moonlight, which is intuition. I have commitment, and then I have wishing well. That's another wish card. Connect, and wish fulfillment will be yours. What an awesome, and concise reading, no less. Let's keep going and see if there's anything else I can get. Is there anything else pile number 4 needs to know? Because, that was swift. All right, let's go for the fortune reading cards. What else does pile number 4 need to know? The change is simply to try and draw in the idea of being part of a collective, of being part of the whole. To call in your guides and your ancestors and angels, personal riches. Small successes are likely now, oh my goodness, and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get-rich-quick schemes. That's what I was saying. Like, your manifestations are like here, but they're in a smaller version. If you connect, then they will increase. They will expand. Everything that you're hoping for is entirely possible, but you need to, like, don't think that you are, it's me against the world. It is you as an expression of universal energy, connected to all things and to absolutely everyone. And you can still have what you individually desire and are trying to create, work from a place of thinking of the whole, the greater good. It improves everything dramatically. And I'm always telling people when they're trying to manifest anything having to do with money, have a plan for how you're going to give back or give to others. Remember, it's about exchanges. If you want something to come to you, what are you going to give out? What are you going to do with it? And your intent will very much color what that money does in your life. Here's the money mantra that I tell everybody to use during their money magic, which is money flows ceaselessly to me from joyful sources. As I am blessed, I will bless others. Money flows ceaselessly to me from joyful sources. As I am blessed, I will bless others. And then one more time, you always do things in threes. Money flows ceaselessly to me from joyful sources. As I am blessed, I will bless others. That is like a bulletproof one. Spirit, heavenly assistant from your angels and guides, dudes. So, all right, group number 4. Your wicked levels are powerful. You already have magical abilities. You're not connecting to, like, if anything, it is simply that you have trouble believing in a higher power or a collective or a oneness or a connection to all. And it's absolutely there. And your manifestations are going okay. Like, you can't complain too badly. Like, you're getting, like I said, like the small, like the birthday candle instead of the giant forest fire worth of, you know, there's the manifestation, boom, there it is. What do we got? Air. Work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. Air. Guess what you communicate with your guides with? The spirits of air. Please, please, please try to connect more to universal guidance. It will give you a greater feeling of everything. There's just... Belief is something that you have struggled with. You know that you're powerful. Like, you've noticed that it's like, oh, that was a funky coincidence. But you're very practical. You're a very practical person. And a lot of this just feels very tra-la-la wooey. Like, you know, this is cute. It's fanciful, but I don't really invest too much. Try investing a little bit more. You don't have to go wholehearted, you know, like, you know, zealot converter. But, like, just try to accept that there may be more to this world that you can see in the here and now. Oh my gosh, rainbow waterfall miracles. Connect to the divine. Group number 4, it's not actually that complicated for you. What you can do to improve your manifestations is quite simply connect to source. Believe that we are all part of a greater whole. Know that you are not in this alone. Everything that you're trying to manifest will be increased by that ability to believe. And then the Enchanted Forest Grotto, which is refuge, which is, you know, basically knowing where your sacred space is, finding the area where you can find that connection to everything. If people freak out a little bit, and it's not that they freak you out in like some hugely introverted way, it's just that, boy, do they ever disappoint you. Remember, that's not the only manifestation of the magic of the universe. It is available in art, in music, in nature, in the ocean, in the gardens. It's the evidence of the divine is everywhere. Wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. Whatever it is that took away your faith in the past. And I'm not talking about faith in the God of religion. I'm talking about faith in the concept that there is more to this life than we can see. That there is an overall loving presence in this world that tries to help us, and we fight it at every turn. Try to let go of whatever convinced you that that was all nonsense. And to remember that maybe if you're hearing this message, it is for a reason. Maybe it's time to let go of that. Maybe it's time to believe as if you were a child again and see with eyes of wonder. And then there will be much to see that is wondrous. Let's go for the Whispers of Love Oracle, just for the fun of it, just for the heck of it. Okay, 2 more times. Life can be bitterly disappointing, and then you get that question of why would an all-loving presence do something so hideous? Because we all have free will, because we invest so much in suffering as being the thing to avoid at all costs. It does pass. We do learn from it. It's not a purposeful thing. Suffering is just, often we make it worse. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. I think that there has been a cynicism around the idea of a higher power, of a divine power, of a collective, of us all being one, because it is the way that you intellectualize pain so that you don't have to feel it. Okay, so group number 4, very interesting. Your manifestations will improve. Things will come to you as you want them to, as you try to connect to the greater whole, as you accept that there is more to this life than we can see, as you ask your guides to try and join with you, as you trust that there is a point to all that happens, that there is a lesson to be learned, and that you are truly powerful even if there have been situations in which you felt utterly powerless that made you doubt. Group number 4, release your doubt and connect with the divine, and your manifestations will improve almost immediately. Okay, if you like this reading, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. Take care and be well.